Hey folks, this is Joe with Joe's Gaming Electronics. Today I'm going to show you guys a video I've been trying to make for quite a while actually. It's about 8 models of Beats that were pulled the speakers out just to show you guys what's inside the actual Beats, the drivers. Alright, so here's a little history lesson. It starts from here, 2008 to 2010, Beats and Monster. They had these speakers here. There were this driver here with another tweeter that was bouncing off of this. And what happened over time was actually the tweeter would go bad and whatnot, and Monster and Beats stopped working with one another, so they no longer use these. But this was the driver before. It's a little smaller, and this was still 40 millimeters. It has the PCB on the back here, and it would connect to the front with the tweeter. And moving up would be the Solo HD, would be the second edition here. This was from 2010 to, they still use it in about 2014. They use the same driver. As you can tell, this driver here is for my HD. And if you look right here, very similar. You have the executive driver. So it's very difficult to tell that there's any difference at all in these actual drivers. The only difference is that this is in a noise cancellation function and this is in a noise isolation function. So this is your Beats executive speaker and your Beats Solo HD speaker. Now we have the Solo 2s, Solo 3s. This is from a Solo 3 wireless. It's also the same as a Solo 2. So you tell the drivers have no difference at all. It's the same exact driver. The only difference from a Solo 2 to a Solo 3 is a Solo 3 has a different PCB inside with the W1 chip from Apple. And as you tell here, it has the Beats logo. These are the only ones that have the Beats and the Beats logo on the actual speaker. And this is when Apple took over Beats and started doing this with the speakers. Now we have two very similar ones here. As you can tell, it's a Beats Mixer and a Beats Pro. Same exact driver. As you look on the inside here, the driver is exactly the same, and the sound is very comparable. If you look at one another, they're exactly the same driver, same setup here, and the sound on the Pro and the Mixer are very similar. If you want to have really killer sound, get yourself a pair of Mixers, and you pretty much have a Pro speaker inside it. And then lastly, we have the Studio 2 speaker here. The Studio 2 speaker is pretty much the most commonly used just because studios are very common. And the cool thing about this is you can actually take any of these speakers, whichever model, and you can throw them onto a lower end Beats pair and really boost up the sound really nicely. But here's a little look at the different drivers that Beats has. As you can tell, there's not very much difference from one to another in terms of generation wise, but you can tell there is a little difference from one model to another. Alright folks, thought I'd just share this information with you guys, just give you guys a little bit of knowledge when you're purchasing some headphones. That way you get the best opportunity to get a really good audio experience. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Subscribe, like, and share our video. Thank you.